I would have liked this to be a face-to-face, but this is also pretty good. Uh, uh, if you allow me to share my screen, I can then begin my short presentation. I would like to talk a little bit about future of jobs, and and then connect back with all of you who are doing your MBAs. Most of you are doing MBA either in the first year or the second year, and we are living in, of course, very exciting times. According to this very influential study that I'm sure you would have come across sometime in your preparation or studies. According to this research, about 50% of jobs in US, half the jobs in US are in high risk category. And you know what I'm talking about. It's really the robots and the machine and the artificial intelligence and all the buzzwords that you keep hearing that will make many of the jobs redundant. And my key pitch to you is that, are you ready? And are you looking at what's happening around you? And if you do not keep yourself motivated, and if you do not keep yourself ready for this future that's unfolding in front of us, it's pretty possible that most of us may be redundant. So so that's broadly the context. Try running this experiment. Try to type this on Google, will machines, and you just type this, and Google has got a Google Suggest feature, and it will suggest you very interesting things. And this tells you what's happening around you. So when I last did this search, will machines replace all jobs, replace doctors, take over jobs? This is the public sentiment. This is what we are living in. And this has been true now for some time. So if this is a world that you are going to enter in, and as young MBAs from one of the IIMs, you have to be ready. And I'm sure you are all working towards being ready. And I have a few thoughts to share on that. This is an interesting statistics, which I find very interesting. Chances of certain jobs being automated by 2025. This is a NPR data from US, which says that there are a lot of jobs which will get automated fully very soon. And this includes, things like credit analysts. Many of, at least, when I was looking at, graduating, this was a hot job, and so on. So many of these jobs that you see on one side of the screen, which is telemarketers, tax preparers, loan officers, bank tellers, etc., they are all going to get automated. But there are some jobs, according to this study, which are very unlikely to get automated. And which side of life, which side of work life would you like to be in? Would you like to be in jobs that get automated, or will you like to be in the jobs that are have got a very remote chance of getting automated? I'm sure it's the latter. And if you look at this list, there's a common thread that I will talk about, and that is what my central idea of today's talk with you is all about. So what are the skills for the jobs of the future? Now, I'm sure this is something that you are always thinking about. You are always, trying to build your profile, trying to build your, curriculum, trying to build your CV. What are the skills for the jobs of the future? So this is World Economic Forum top 10 list for jobs, top 10 skills for jobs in 2020. And you will see that, there is a common thread here running, which connects to the previous slide. And this is about ability to solve complex problem, critical thinking, creativity, people management, coordinating with others. Now, if you see these top 5 skills for hot jobs, of today and tomorrow, they are all dealing with the human dimension. They're all dealing with things which are difficult to put in a formula, because anything that can be put in a formula, machine is going to be very, very good at it, and you will find it extremely difficult to compete with the machine. But there are some jobs, there are some skills which machine, at least for the foreseeable future, is unable to replicate, is unable to do. And that is what should be the skills of the future. And that's what I will talk about briefly, as to how do you develop skills which keep you in demand for a very, very long time. So these are the top 10 skills according to World Economic Forum. And you can check this online. And this is a very, very useful framework to look at where the world is going. So the question is, are you ready for the future of work and future of your career? And here I would like to share with you a few anecdotes and a little bit of my own personal journey, which hopefully will help you connect with the topic of our discussion. So I'll take a couple of minutes to go back down. From 5th grade to 12th grade, I was, of course, participating in a lot of these shows and things like that. So I was always very, very curious, and I wanted to be a media professional. But by the time I was in 12th grade, I was not able to figure out how do I get into this domain. And that's the time when I figured out that somehow if I get a professional degree, then I would world of opportunities will open, and MBA is possibly a gateway. And if I do this, then possibly I would have a lot of opportunities to do things in my area of choice, which is media, advertising, communication, theater, arts, drama, movies, and whatnot. I was so much of a buff that I would watch a Shah Rukh Khan movie 10 times. I remember watching films like Dar. I don't know whether any of you would know this movie. I remember watching it 10 times, and I would watch plays, videotapes of plays, etc. So cut to my college days, and here I am, and I have a track record of failures, a lot of failures till then. So how do you get into doing a career, getting into a business school? Because MBA programs are tough. All the top IITians, etc., write the CAT exam and other exams, so on. So somehow it dawned me, and that is something that has always remained with me, and I'm very thankful for that thought process, is that I always went back to basics. So while I was in the first year of college, I picked up 5th standard maths book, because that's the only way I could build my foundation or rebuild my foundation. So here I am in the college when there is a life which is very attractive, and I'm reading the 5th standard maths book, and then 6th standard and 7th standard and 8th standard and 9th standard and 10th standard. So by the time I was finishing my college, I was pretty okay with the basic stuff. And it took me 2 to 3 years. The reason why I'm sharing all of this is that, there is this myth that successful people, have cracked it all very early in their life, and they get a lot of things on platter. I'm trying to break that myth as well, that, and there is always an opportunity in life to go back and rebuild, restart your life and your future. So I was lucky to get into MDI Gurgaon, and ever since I've never looked back. Last 25 years have been very, very fascinating. In the interest of time, I will share with you a couple of anecdotes, and the reason why I'm sharing this is that, again, at MDI, the first day I remember, bunch of us who were getting into the business school, and we were talking about life ahead, and everybody asked, what do you want to do? So I said, I want to build a career in advertising. And at that point in time, nobody knew what is advertising. This is pre-satellite television days. Forget about the Netflix. ZTV was getting launched around that time. And here I was, everybody was talking about banking, etc., etc. That brings me to life at MDI. I chose a job in advertising. I skipped a job in, which was paying me 3 or 4 times. But that was one of the best decisions of my life. And here I am, talking to you, having built 2 companies, having worked in, world's largest advertising network. So here is a person. The only thing that I was able to do is that I was able to identify my passion very early and was able to build on that passion, which is what I've tried to share with you. And so my question is, and plea to all of you is to discover your passion, because if you are able to discover your passion, if a fifth grade student who's failing in 5 exams, 4 exams, is able to come in and build 2 companies, successful companies, so can you. So please discover your passion. All the very best to you. Thank you.